Hey guys, you're watching us live at Money Control. I'm Manisha Gupta, and joining me right here in studio is Gillian Lang, who's CEO at WMO. Gillian, hi, thank you so much for joining us. And you brought us some superfoods here. Macadamia is something that we don't talk too often about in India, but we do understand that it has its own nutritional value. We'll come to that in a bit. But to tell us on, when you talk about overall nuts, what is the market share that macadamia has?
So we look at macadamia nuts in the tree nut family, so all nuts excluding peanuts, and we're about 1.4%, so quite special and quite rare. But one of the bits of good news is that there's a lot of the trees in the ground, so we expect to have more volume over time.
How are you looking at the demand growth from here on? Because we have seen the fads about healthy eating, smart foods kind of grow in the recent past few years.
So we're seeing that, especially in India, where people are incredibly health conscious, that macadamia nuts are likely to have a lot of demand going forward. In particular, as you say, when people are choosing superfoods or are looking for particularly good fats, which are very prevalent in macadamias, and increasingly good fats have gone from being, or fats have gone from being the demon to being something that is really sought after by consumers these days.
So Gillian, when you look at the map overall, where is the max demand that you get for macadamia, and what is the kind of demand that we're seeing in India right now, and what is the kind of demand growth that you're anticipating?
So the highest per capita consumption is in Australia.
Okay.
The US also has a high level and increasing over time, but in India it is very, very tiny. So a big nut market, but actually at this stage an incredibly small macadamia market. But we do expect those changes to happen. We're already seeing changes. The trade are telling us doubling on sales versus a year ago, and we see a lot of potential going forward.
Gillian, talk to us also about, there are just so many foods to choose from in the market right now. So how are you marketing this particular nut?
So we are looking at building awareness and understanding, and in particular we're targeting people who perhaps have disposable income and are particularly interested in their health. And we understand a lot of these women and sometimes men are going to nutritional advisors or health coaches, lifestyle coaches, for what they should be consuming. And increasingly macadamias are going on the prescription or being advised as a good food choice, partly to make you feel fuller for longer, and because we need some of the essential fatty acids that are in nuts like macadamia, especially if a vegetarian diet is being followed.
You know, before the interview, you were telling me it is the avocado of nuts.
Yes.
So, as we move forward, as we go ahead from here, there's a lot of conversation about eating healthy and losing weight along as well. Is that what it does?
Yeah, it absolutely. I promise you, yes. But a little bit like avocado, it is full of good fats. It has other things like fibre, and yes, it makes you feel full, but it's good for your cholesterol and heart health as well.
I know at WMO and a place that you wouldn't want to talk about prices here, but when you compare it to other nuts or other foods, where would you rank it there?
We're definitely a special nut, and we're targeting the discerning consumers who are health forward or who are buying for special occasions. And having just come through the festival season, we know that there's a lot of interest when you're wanting to make an impression with your gift, or to make sure you're giving the best health to your family.
Gillian, also talk to us about what kind of growth do you see from here on? I mean, as you said, Australia is the largest consumer right now. You're looking at other countries, including India as well, where we have a stronger population, higher growth as well, and a lot of spend now coming in for health choices. So what exactly are you doing in India? What kind of awareness are you trying to create? What is the roadmap going forward for India now?
Right. So increasing awareness, as I said, starting at SECA+, and we're just looking at increasing the household penetration with those and the nutritional understanding and awareness. And increasingly it's three elements: talking to nutritionists, talking to consumers, and also talking to the trade, and at each level increasing the education levels with all of them.
So when India is looking to import, and I'm assuming we're importing all of the requirement there, what trade friends do you see around? Where do you think India would be importing it from?
Well, look, there is opportunities really across all of our production countries to import from there. There's at the moment is coming, I think, from three or four different locations at this time.
How long are you in India? What are the plans here now? And as you said, I mean, I know there are a lot of retail chains as well who are pushing the nut right now. But yeah, availability one, affordability second, and awareness third. I think these are the 3 A's that you'll need to target.
Yes, absolutely. And look, 2 days in Mumbai, it's been crazy busy. We've had lots of great conversations with a lot of people, and now some time in Delhi as well. But I was here at the end of last year, and we'll be back in a few months as well, because we see it as an incredibly important market. Yeah.
Gillian, the other thing is that the market starts looking at more and more recipes where you can use that. So to begin with, how are you advocating the use of it?
Right, so we are generally combining macadamias where it's healthy, but increasingly we are using local chefs. Diwali period, we had a well-known Chef Rika do some special dishes for Navratri, is that right? The fasting period, and she created dishes which substituted perhaps other options with macadamias, and they were very well received, and she is a big fan of our products too.
All right, Gillian, thank you so much for joining us here in Mumbai studios here, and well, absolutely cheers to that. A vegetarian food and high nutrition is what Gillian brings to India. The market share or the overall market is still on the smaller side, as you mentioned, but clearly creating awareness here to increase this market. Thank you.